Greetings, fam. This is Rom Wills, and this is one of my special videos. The 5 sexual personality types of men. Yeah, this is a companion video to the one I did last week. The 5 sexual personality types of women. And I had many men requested that I do something for men. Now, as I do this, I'm going to do it slightly different. and I'm going to do something different for this one. I'm going to use, well, 2 things. One, I'm going to use different terms. I'm going to use different terms. As I said in the last video, there's a lot more to this than I'm talking about, because this is very brief. Because on each personality type, for male or female, I could easily do a 2-hour lecture and still leave a lot of stuff out, because there's so many nuances to this. And one of the things I wanted to do was just give the men an idea how these things look from the male point of view. Now, that was one thing. Another thing with this is I'll probably not only use different terms to describe the personalities, but I'll probably do it more from how this person will behave just socially, because I didn't really do the social aspect of the personality types in the last one. I focused on the sexual personality types. See, one very big issue with the sexual personality types is, even though there are some indicators, the only way to accurately tell what somebody is to be in a sexual relationship with them, intimate, where, you get to see past the mask. And Rom's heterosexual, so I haven't been in a sexual relationship with a man. So I have to look at it differently. See, one thing with the personality types with women, I had personal experience with all 5 of the types. So I could lend a personal insight into it. I had I've had sexual experiences with each type. And so I could say, okay, they're going to behave this way, they're going to do this. But the thing is, with men, I have to go on what some women have told me when I'm watching, what I've actually formally learned about all of this. And even then, it could be a guess. Now, it's a little bit harder. Like, I can look at a woman, pretty much tell right away. A man, well, not so much. I really have to get to know him. I mean, there's some stereotypes based on body build, but they're just that, stereotypes. Is like with women, it's easier, because one of the keys to telling someone's personality type by body type is looking where their weight is. And since men don't have breasts and most don't have hips, or at least like a woman's, it's hard to look at the figure and say, oh, okay, this is it. I mean, I can give you some clues, but it's not the same. And also, with it, since it is a sexual thing, sometimes I could know someone and not really know their personality type unless I have a conversation with their woman. I can think somebody is one thing if I look at their overall behavior, but then I got to be in a position to observe that behavior on more than one occasion. Now, in some cases, if they're extremely dysfunctional, well, I could probably tell right away, because it's well, it's so many nuances. I'll just put it like that. So I'm going to look at it more in terms of, okay, what you're going to see socially, how they generally interact with women. Because I can't say, all right, I understood if somebody was this is what they're going to do. And, the information, of course, is based on others who've done research into this. Now, I know some people might say, based on Western modalities and whatever, say, oh, well, there's more than 5. Everything really comes down to what I'm presenting is like a baseline, a foundation. Because if you start combining stuff, and because there's, another system where there are 9 personality types, which is the Bagua, the Chinese Bagua. And then with that, you can cross-reference and everything, come up with 45. But even then, even within the Bagua, it comes down to 5, because the systems I use are based on indigenous cultures and how they characterize people. And trust me, there's a lot of stuff that goes to it. So I'm hitting you with the foundation, the basics. Now, a woman listening to this, they'll probably recognize like the characteristics of the different types. The men, they may recognize themselves, may not. Sometimes it's hard for us to see ourselves. But I wanted to share this. Like I said, it's a companion piece. Now, one of the things I'm not going to do, I'm not going to get too much into what causes each type. I might mention it for a minute, then move on, because I did that with the one with women. And it's really the same dynamics that cause a personality type to emerge in a man is the same type that emerge in a woman. And just to let you know, much of it is something that people acquire, or because it's like a certain trigger event. Like if someone is born, they might have a predisposition towards something, but for this event, it might never emerge. So if you listen to my last video on the personality types, I talk about how each type kind of will have a tendency to come about. And like I said, in this one, I'll take like a minute and say, okay, this is how it comes about. But okay, this is what you're going to get when you see this type of man. So sit back, relax, enjoy. Take a lot of notes and understand. Look at this as giving an insight into why you might do the things you do or interact with women the way you do. And it could be good, it could be bad, it could be whatever. But it's really, I'm sharing this information because it does provide a good insight. And like I said with the last one, I go deeper into these subjects on my subscription site. Now, this isn't a plug to join the site, but just understand, in a forum such as this, to truly go deep, I would, like I said, I would need really a few days of videos. I would actually, to really go deep on this, I would probably have to start a new channel and just talk about nothing but these personality types. And trust me, I would have probably over 100 videos, because it's kind of one of those things where the knowledge is there, but it keeps evolving as people get more understanding. Anyway, right, let's move on to the first of the personality types I'll go over.